Innovative.
WB Morning Show, hosted by the real Young LA and Cool Ass Cam.
Hey, I'm gonna call you right back. You know what I'm talking about? Kendrick Lamar. Hey, it's your boy Young LA, the real Young LA, man. You know what I'm talking about? We tapped in for the win. You know I'm with Cool Ass Cam, though. Hello.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
Yes, sir, man. If you don't know, you got the mimosas and things going on, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's that OJ with the champagne. And you know a nigga gonna have them chopsticks. You know what I'm talking about? You got to be new here if you didn't know that now, because we've been doing this for a while now, man. I got a special guest in the house. You gonna introduce yourself, player.
Hey, man. Say, man.
Halo.
Yeah, it's your boy, Big Graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure y'all follow me at Graduate.
And when you say graduate, you ain't talking about like getting out of school. You got your own little thing. Break that down for the people.
I mean, it's still school.
It's
you know
still
what I'm saying?
school.
You gotta know how to do this shit. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's still a process. You still gotta take the baby steps. Freshman year.
Hello.
You know, the freshman 15.
Yes, sir.
Some put on a 20-25 piece, but you know, sophomore year.
Yes, sir.
You still fooling around, you know, cafeteria good,
you know,
unlimited soda. You know how it go, you know.
You got good game for them. So it say graduate like weight, like pounds and stuff.
Yeah, it's graduate, you know, instead of graduation, graduate, I kind of, you know, played with it, you know, as a scholar.
I thought that was dope.
I kind of kept it.
I thought that was dope.
You know, educational.
How you come up with that? What does that describe?
It's just, you know, like I said, it's just... Everything takes about 4 years, you know, so it's
that's
like
a fact.
If you double up with the master's, that's another 4. So it's just you got to graduate from there. So as long as you just keep graduating, going up, it might, you know, you might got to go to night school with it. You take summer courses, but you know, everybody wait for the summer to lose weight. But
I've been working out for about 2 years, so. By listening to your course, I got another 2 years. I'm gonna be looking like 49 Cent around this motherfucker, man. Yes, I ain't the whole 50 Cent. You know what I'm talking about? I'm about as close as you go get though.
But like I called you and said I'm proud of you. You know.
You know
and
that.
Then when I
put
put up on you, I said, as much as you working out, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really looking like the average person, you know, because I know you in there every day. So that right there is commendable, is honorable. But when I look at you, it's like, dog, you got to lose at least 15 body fat. You know, you in there getting it in, but it's real slow motion with you.
Hey, man, I'm still Team Smoke Good, Eat Good, man.
Oh, of course, baby.
And I tell everybody, I didn't come to this motherfucker with goals like, oh, I want to do this and do that. I just know if you get wealth, you need health. So as much as you trying to be in the bank every day, make sure you're in the gym every day, man. I know I'm getting a lot stronger, but as far as, you know what I mean, them salads and eating like a turtle and eating like a bird and shit, I ain't got there. I do be eating my proteins and greens. I did a lot of push-aways, man.
You can be a bird and be high as you get, but every bird fall from a tree.
Hello,
you hear me?
Let's talk about it, man.
You know what I'm saying? But some could crawl to the side instead of getting ran over or getting picked up. You hear me?
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. You gotta graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like you in your own semester.
The fitness is 85% of it is what you eat.
Yeah, because like I seen whether you skinny, buff, fat, whatever.
But also
that doesn't stop high blood pressure.
Oh no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you could be going hard all you want, but can your body deal with that?
That part.
So you don't want to be a nigga in there. No, I'm not doing it for this. But at the same time, it's like when you got somebody like me, family telling you like, hey, anybody can have high blood pressure, and that's the number one cause of just random deaths. You know, especially during the pandemic when people was just going out, we didn't know we had high blood pressure.
Put us up on game then.
You hear me? So it's like, as a person with high blood pressure, how can I walk around like this without just shedding a light on it?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, skinny, in shape, 6-pack, it doesn't matter. I seen them all in the hospitals. Mm-hmm. On my deathbed, like, damn, he look healthy, he's skinny, it don't matter. So just hearing the game from the nurses.
Me working at the auctions, you never know. You looking at the car, look nice as a motherfucker. As soon as you started, you hear me?
Yeah,
so
even with the plug-in, everything checked out. Listen, we've been here before. It all checked out, but for how long?
You got on that freeway doing 80.
With the fitness, you want to be there 2 years from now and talking about I'm just in here getting it in.
Oh
but
man, keep your
just
good eye open,
15,
man. I'm in
you know
here.
what I'm saying? You already putting the work in. I see it, but I'm saying like when you mess with me, that fine tune. Like I said, I lost 150 already 4 times. So me losing weight, I'm playing with it at that point. But it's another level to it.
I've been seeing you putting in a lot of work with your son too. Let's talk about that, man.
Yeah, man. He ain't like us. You know, he got it good. He got the whole
He's supposed
circle.
to though.
You know what I'm saying?
He's supposed to though.
So he like to get in with the computers and coding and gaming while still being an athlete. You know, he played basketball and then he jumped over to football.
Yeah.
Just because, you said, basketball was just too much running. He a big dude, so football, it was just naturally just moving people and being an athlete.
He getting a lot bigger and better. I seen he lost a lot of weight. He getting toning up and shit. That's dope, man.
Yeah, he's getting there.
What grade he in now?
Our senior year. He just, had a great senior season.
That's right.
All league. He finally earned his stars. He got 3 stars at the end of the year. So
I know you be hard on him, man. You be letting him know. You be letting him know when he doing good too, though.
Oh, for sure. You can't never just leave on a bad note.
That's right.
But it takes a while. That's
you got to earn it, like
junior,
you said. I already know.
Number one. So how we grew up, I'm gonna take you back.
Yeah.
Basketball, right?
Come on now.
We was in, I believe it was Compton College. If I'm not mistaken, it was some college.
Hey.
And he was like, "Yeah, this is my cousin. He hoop. I'm the biggest one
for sure."
And I'm getting busy, but something happened along the lines when she was like, "Get on the line." And I'm like, "Get on the line."
Oh, you talking about Coach Yvonne?
Oh, Coach Yvonne.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Coach Yvonne.
Oh, shout out Coach Yvonne. What's that? Without shooting 4D stars?
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on,
All-Star
man.
League, man.
Oh, come on, man. The little point guard. Big ear. Yeah, I forgot his name. Shout out to him. I think that was her son.
Yeah.
Yeah, but going back to that, she was like suicides, and I'm like, hold on, what's? I'm looking at you like you brought me here.
Yeah, talk
suicide.
To me. Translate. That don't sound fun.
Boom, we hitting them. I'm an athlete, of course, but it's like, hold on, we got 5 more.
Yeah,
we gotta be in shape for what?
Yeah.
Boom. I said, you know what? I'm done.
I remember I told the coach before, I play basketball, not cross country.
Man,
low key, I had a situation like that. I think that's when I quit the team. I walked out.
It's different.
It was extra.
I'm a big dude. I'm already outside. We at the park every day. We biking. We doing everything. But being something like that, so confined, and it's no parents. We get dropped off. I'm looking at him. Raw. He's trying. Some cats, they just naturally got it. So it's like
this our mama till our mama get back. Coach Yvonne was gonna give it to us raw, and she had, like I said, it's 15 other boys watching. So how she speak to you, speak value to how they gonna intercept how they coming. So
she was giving it
like
to us. Looking back, like it's still moments like
she
that.
She had love, and she was love there for sure. But right now, I gotta give it to you, the tough love right now.
Yeah, she was a real one. Like looking back, it's people like that where I look back and say, damn, you know what? I just didn't understand it. Now I'm fresh off the porch. You put me in a gym on the hardwood, you running me like a slave. It's like, whoa, hold on. And my mom, I no cell phone. You just you in here.
Am I okay? Is this good?
So it's like I feel like I'm about to die. Like, hold on.
Nah, she was just pulling the best out of us.
So it's just a whole nother level of just expectations and where she was and what she saw in us also. Yeah. So looking back, I'm like, wow, she was a real one for just holding her program down.
And then even she used to take us to the UCLA versus USC games and all that. We used to all be packed in together. It was like a family type of vibe because even practicing hard, playing the games. We used to be traveling a lot, playing like Adidas.
Yeah, I didn't make it that far. Larry's, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't make it that far.
Niggas don't know.
I was on a skateboard. You get what I'm saying?
Niggas used to really be on a motherfucking all-star team, really hooping, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Really that's why
busy,
people
nigga.
Don't understand. Like I tell my son, like, man, I done so much stuff where I wasn't even looking for
Come on, man.
I didn't even know you could go D1. You hear me?
Activity and
what
active.
League? We just out here getting it. This is what it is. This is what we own. But we always tried our best. You know what I'm saying? Whether we was new to it or true to it. We about to just hop in. We going full throttle.
And my pops passed early, so my moms used to always pull up no matter how far. I remember we had a game way in Temecula. It was a whole stands versus her, nigga. She had that motherfucker, wow! out. You know, Mom, she tripping.
Shout out to Auntie Beth.
One versus 30.
I got something for her
giving
ass
it
too
up.
later on in the episode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know
But
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we
But-
used to be really balling though.
No, but that's what I'm
Tearing
saying.
niggas
So
up.
I'm going back to, my son. It's like he can't. He laughing, when he come through, he see it, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm still the goofy dude where he probably can't take serious, but it's like, nah, like I done gave some of the people you watch it on TV work.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
wouldn't even. He don't even.
I
get
ran
it.
the city. You
He
hear
wouldn't
me?
even believe it. Yeah,
But
it's hard to grasp
But when we
sometimes.
come back home, especially in the city, I pull
Yeah.
up to
Oh,
wherever.
I know you got love.
Hey man,
I
my
know.
nephew would give you 40. The nephew will bring him in. Nephew
playing.
walk in. Oh man, he gave me work. I'm just
Yeah.
like, hey,
Tell your peoples.
I hold tab on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't make me have to tell him what
Beep,
I.
beep.
Huh? How a nigga put. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put
So-
niggas in the mix like Power 106, man.
Yeah, so he's a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got that natural aggression. He got the more so he got to just be
got
in
the
the weight
finesse.
room.
You got
he
to have
gotta
that
be
finesse
technically
then.
sound. He got to know the game. He got to.
Yeah.
But he gonna hem you up at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he
So-
got it in him. You just
Yeah.
got to keep pulling it up out of him, though. That's all. Let's talk about you when you was playing basketball, man. You didn't. I just seen you in the papers. You was doing all kind of different shit, man. We ain't got to get too lost in there, but yeah, just go on and touch on it, man. I still tell people that you used to play with some of the people that was on the Lakers and all that, man.
Yeah,
You was part of the reason why it was easy for him, man.
Shout out to Jay Farm. Shout out to Steve Smith. Shout out my boy Larry Drew.
Yes, sir.
And all the other great ones, But I showed up, I was supposed to go to Locke. A lot of people don't know that, when I went to Gompers, Vermin Day came over. Shout out to Lil John, the security, whatever. He was Lil John on the Doom buggy,
Yeah.
He used to see me get busy out there on the blacktop, and he must have called Vermin Day up, and they came over through BPE. We running the courts. I'm going crazy.
Nigga that got scouted out of lunchtime, huh?
You know what I mean? Like just
a nigga on that cart, like, hold the fuck on.
yeah,
man.
but I'm saying, like. I'm fresh out, Lakewood School. You know what I mean? We the little courts, we gliding and so it's like
Dunk
then
ball.
I go straight to Gompers, so it's just like they don't know I'm just showing up. Like
Yeah.
I'm back home.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
I'm about like 6'4", 6'5" at the
Yeah.
time, 250.
Yeah.
And I'm just dogging shit. I'm fading away. I'm just giving them everything.
In
They
your
like,
bag.
who is
What
it?
the-
Man, you hear me?
Yeah.
And Bourbon Day came, they tried to give me the Foot Scholar, that's down the street. And I was like the one right there by the train tracks. And
Yeah.
niggas hanging on the brick wall
Yeah.
during school time. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
nah, I'm
That's
cool.
right,
All
right
boys
on the
school.
other side of the jump the gates. You, in
know
the
what I
projects
mean?
for sure.
I'm like,
But it was a.
it was an all boys school. That's
yeah,
the only
uniform
reason.
too. Uniform, yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean? But as
Yeah.
far as like everything else, it was a great school.
Nah, for sure.
So I'm just gonna go to Locke with all the homies that I met here, and
Yeah.
something crazy happened on my way from football practice, and I remember telling Mom, I was like, I'm going to Taft, and the rest was just history of just showing up, and Coach found me. Shout out to Coach DT. He seen me. I'm about like 6'7", 6'8" at the time, and he was just like, whenever you're ready to play, just let me know. Just give me your jersey number. And I told him 21. And he said, it's yours.
Yeah, you know you a nigga when you get to pick your number or even have a good number.
Man,
You can tell when a nigga number. I look at a nigga, let me see your number. A nigga be 86. Nah, he ain't getting no PT, buddy.
86 is wild.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy, especially in high school during that time.
No PT.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's so early 2000s to have a big number like that. It was like
It was football numbers.
Yeah, we didn't want to be distinguished with football players at the same time. It's like we hoopers for real.
Hey,
you
man,
know what
this
I'm
is the
saying?
last number. Do you want to be on
But,
the team? That's that 86.
But like I said, going back to my days with Young on the AAU, that one AAU practice I had,
Yeah.
I remember walking to the gym. Because at this point, everybody surrounded me. I was like low key at that point, but now he's sending people at me, hey, y'all.
Yeah, this my cousin.
So somehow I just come to the gym, And I seen cats just banging out, and I'm just like, well, I turned around. I can't even dunk, you know. So I'm like, man, they probably thinking I'm something that I'm not even thinking about. I'm on skateboard
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I got skateboard homies, you know. I'm mad I can't get my skateboard on a bus. We used to skateboard to school, catching the red line. I'm on that type of time, but at the same time, I go in there and drop 30 on your ass. With 20 rebounds, 5 blocks, 8 assists, couple charges, you know, bullying somebody, got a turn down. But I turned around. I said, I ain't going to do it. And because I knew the pressure was going to be on. And somebody got me out there. Sure. Somebody got me out there eventually. And I just went to work.
That's it.
Fuck the rules. I didn't know. I'm 3 in the key. I'm hogging the paint. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm just out there saying, knocking niggas down on the screen, solid, and the coach is just like, okay, show up every day at recess or lunch, mic and drills. Every day I showed up, and I just started getting better and better. I just, but going back to the
I remember I say
the conditioning part was just crazy to go back home. You got to eat like this.
By the end of that school year, was you able to dunk?
What'd you say?
By the end of that school year, was you able to dunk?
Yeah, I was able to, but I was still so heavy. Like people at this point, I'm like 310.
Yeah.
But like now that I can working out 310, this is just practice. Now at home, I'm eating good. I'm doing whatever. I'm sleeping late. I'm doing whatever. So it's not like I got a trainer. I got my pops. I got my uncle. It's none of that like a lot of people had. So I'm just showing up. This was like therapeutic for me. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about what I'm doing after this. I'm just happy to be out here. But at the same time, I'm a winner.
And then at one point you started playing football as well. How did that transition go?
No, we gotta stay on this basketball.
Okay, talk some more about it then. Take us there. I know it.
It's one of them things where
we gotta stay in there.
Man, like I was a firm believer just waiting for your turn. Until something happened to where I'm just like, if you just keep waiting for your turn, there's always a younger dude that's waiting for his turn out the gate because he has higher expectations coming out.
Right.
So it's kind of like, how we see players fall in the draft because they stayed their senior year. They decided to graduate, further their family educational side versus the athletic side,
right.
Real student athlete, So I got an extra year of high school. I thought it was going to be my turn. And turn out it wasn't my turn, So just to take the back seat when I was supposed to be the one and make it coexist, and it's rankings involved, all this involved. It's like I'm fresh off a championship with Jay Farm, the ultimate teammate, the ultimate competitor.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, like I remember he told me I was the one, you know what I mean? So that's why forever Jay Farm, he's always been a solid dude.
Yeah.
His family, this like he was a firm believer of just like, man, they here to see you. You know what I mean? So he always gave me positive vibes when it's like, so when it finally happened for me and I wasn't the one, it messed me up. I'm like, hold on, like I can't even function because it's like,
yeah, we told you that your whole life too.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so that kind of like messed me up, I
think that's really growing and learning about politics and things like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm talking to my mom. Like my mom don't know nothing about sports. You know what I'm saying? So I can't like call like my uncle or nobody really. So it's just like, so I'm just like showing up like, okay, this is what it is. This is how it's supposed to be. So like that's why it's like I waited my turn. So, cause my mom was like, you went there an extra year, but you could have graduated. She was mad, like, because I already had the grades to graduate. You know what I'm saying?
Me and you, our age, we got to down in the same birthday, same age. We started just early enough where you could have not been in that grade, but they let us
right.
in.
That's what I'm saying. People don't understand, like, and that was the downside of like. Yeah,
when I graduated, I was still 17. Everybody was 18 already, so they was like, "How the hell you?" And it was like we started school early.
Exactly. We really like 13 and like 9th grade.
So when you say you got an extra year, it was really you was graduating on time. Yeah, we really started early, so it made sense to me.
Yeah, because like on a real, human side of it, like you know, my coach seen where I came from. You know,
Yeah,
like this
sure.
during the era where like you open up a book, it's tagging on it, page missing. You got to share with somebody that don't even care about what's going on. People taking books home just so we don't have to read the next day.
Yeah.
So like he saw the grade. So it was clear cut that an extra year would help me. And plus, you know, I was still, you know, 18 when I was 17 when I graduated. You know what I'm saying? So versus now, you know, cats graduating at 20. You know, so it's like. So when you look back on my situation, it's like, oh, for me to graduate at, you know, 17 and then turn 18, it was like, man, I could have stayed 2 more years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll be all American.
Yeah, for real.
You know, because like it sucks because I remember like John Sally, I was, you know, I ran across John Sally and he was just like, he said something to me and I couldn't grasp it. You know, like if I was you, I'd be doing this and that, but I just couldn't grasp it. You know, like I didn't have that foundation of like.
That's hindsight now when you go back and look at it.
It's
a motherfucker.
Oh man, that's why it was just like so. But when I fast forward when I went to my junior college, you know, shout out to Mo and Ice Manny for helping me get to Southern Idaho. I lost like 80 pounds and. I was windmilling a little. I had the baby windmill. I was two-handing, cockbacking, and I was just paused. And I was just, you know, I was just getting it in, just jumping off vert, dunking. And I'm just like, wow, this is a few months removed from high school. You know, like this is what a real programmer like could get you. Yeah. I'm like throwing shit from half court in the warm up line, letting it bounce, gliding. I didn't care if I missed it or not. I'm just in the air floating, just like by the rim, just like, oh, this is getting spooky.
But they going in.
Man, it was like, and at this time it's like, you know, 25 scouts coming up. I'm like everybody, like they just here. And once again, I'm a freshman, and we had some other bigs that was nice, but. You know, as a competitor, like I was the one. I had the jumper. I knew the defense. I knew how to, you know, offside, onside, set, perfect. I just had that much more to me from the coaching I had. So I didn't want to wait. Like I didn't want to wait, and then just having to wait, and then I'm out here, and you know, things just didn't go my way. You know, just I'm in the southern. I'm in Twin Falls, Idaho. Population like 900. Yeah, you know what I mean. So that didn't work out. But just I didn't want to wait. You know, so not having the patience to wait ultimately it just made me do some things that just I was trying to get out. You know, which wasn't nothing reckless, but. It was just little things like Thanksgiving. My mom can't make it. I call her. Everybody with their family, I give her a call in the cut. Coach coming at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Man, you know, just talking to my family. You know, they couldn't make it out. You know, we couldn't. You know, so stuff like that. You know, and then the coach come at me sideways talking about he'll go torpedo on my big ass. It's like, whoa, hold on, like so just slipping up.
At that point, that's gonna make you not want to be there. You know,
just
you already
up. Falling for stuff like that, responding, and it's stuff. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what? And it's then you seeing this like, dang, this what you get in trouble for.
They kind of like try to trick you out your spot.
Oh man, it's real. And like I said, just not having that. By the time I call people, it was too late. Like, what have you done did? You know, and even the coach said he was like, you got good grades, everybody like you. He was like, I just couldn't figure you out.
Yeah, where I played high school ball at. They was on me. If I turned my basketball jersey with the front numbers, we ran the whole practice. I'm like, why would you? Yeah, you can't play the next game because you did. Like, what kind of shit? It's not that serious.
Yeah,
but they make something.
You want to be the one to be different.
They want to make examples out of certain people.
Yeah, see, and like my line was just like, you never asked me. You know what I'm saying? You saying you can't get me. You never asked me. He showed up to mom's house in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, boys in the hood scene, people coming up like, "Hey man, I play baseball." Like it was real deal. Like I'm like, this dude, he looking around like, and you know he seen the love I was getting from the kids in the community, and they came in. You know, like moms don't know nothing. I pretty much just trust in the people that you know helped me get here, and I signed away. So. but it wasn't. But he seen what it was. You know, so for me to be out there moving how I was moving, or just being a little bit immature when it came to business,
he should have
already understood. So for him to say, you got good grades, everybody love you, but I couldn't understand you.
Nothing immature about calling your moms on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And like anybody who don't respect that, it's like, something wrong with them.
It's crazy. Like even in you know, for a grown man, a coach, not to have that much patience with an 18-year-old. You know,
because you could have been doing, like you said, some reckless type of stuff.
Yeah, scholar, you know, 3.4, you know, honor roll type shit. Like it's like you never asked me like, hey man, like I see how y'all live. Like you might need some extra time, or you
everybody
might need
don't
extra help.
Everybody don't be there. You know what I mean?
So it's,
as much as he could have been there and he could have been helped the situation, he could have not been what you want to call it.
Yeah, this dude was throwing balls at me in practice. Like I was dodging them. You know, I'm just smooth with it.
But at the same time,
my teammates laughing.
Like, nigga, why is you throwing these balls at me, bro?
And the whole time, he probably mad because he ain't hit you yet.
Right. That was the great. So now it's like
he ain't let him get no satisfaction.
And then he blow the whistle. I'm taking. That's what I'm saying. At this point, I'm having fun. I'm in shape. He blow the whistle. I'm taking off. Like, then I'm coming down, just hitting threes. I'm fading off the backboard. Which that's what I'm saying. It was too. You know, LA. We just
and it's a trip, man. In today's society, that coach wouldn't have no job no more.
Yeah, nah. Back in the day, it used to be way more like structured and uniform, where they want everybody had the same shoes on and all that.
That's
so
what I'm sitting down with the East Bay. Everybody pick a team shoe. It's already it's already a basic shoe.
Layup line. Let you do something.
You know
don't even like, do a funny layup.
I'm from that. I'm when I went to Taft, I was there when we was wearing hand-me-down jerseys. You know, I was there from the whole time. I seen everybody transfer in. I was there with Steve Smith, and as great as a player he was, he couldn't carry us to a title. You know what I mean? So like, that's when Jay Farm and other people transferred in. And even when Jay Farm came, he was nothing but 5'7". I'm like, man, this little dude with big ears ain't about to. You know what I mean? I'm like 6'9" at the time. I'm like, you ain't about to. I still just being me, like.
Yeah.
And he was like, Big Nail, like, I'm the one, trust me. I was like, after a while, I'm just like, okay, yeah, right.
And then y'all start to develop that chemistry with each other.
He was the one that told me to come in the gym. Like, he was like, Big Nail, just fuck with me. Just come in the gym every day with me. And I was like.
So y'all was already becoming friends before.
Like, yeah, we was already cool. Like I said, I was this is you know, like when Diddy say this Diddy house, like no arrogance, but like I built this shit too. Like you know, like the little homie, shout out to Turan, like I was in Vegas and he seen me play. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I'm about to go over there with some flunkies. Like he seen me get it in Vegas on the highest level. Yeah. Like Bron watched me play. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was a fan of Bron. Like coming, sitting like I'm not my bag right there. I'm about to watch Bron play. Yeah. And seeing all the GMs and pro players and scouts. So I was a part of like that era for real. And understanding, I'm like, this is a whole nother level. I always knew my place. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I always demanded my respect as a competitor, period. Whether I got 0 offers or not. You know what I mean? Like, I got my shit off. And so that's, and Jay Farm, he's the ultimate competitor. So just like low key on the sneak, it's like, hold on, Big Nail got something, you know? Because he like that pick that way. Yeah. Boom, boom. He got to get out of a jam doing something crazy. I'm just,
yes, sir.
I'm just there. Ain't nothing. I wish I had the boom boom, but it just, you know, I wasn't built like that. So I was like a Zach Randolph, you know what I'm saying? He could dunk, but you're not about to just catch Zach just, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he kept going, and I said, no, I'm good. I found my groove, and that year he went crazy, #1 player in the state of California, top 100, killed everybody that year. So when he came back, he was already gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's a clip that went viral when he was like, "You saying you from the hood? Act like it." He was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? When he was in the locker room and he was like, he was hot, and you popping all this shit. We know you the
now show us,
nigga, do something. This the chip.
This is it.
And you know the old me, but it was like, okay, I got you. Like,
you got to dig deep sometimes,
man. So it's just, I went through every emotion when it came to just, you know,
shout
trying to develop.
Hustle, man. I say that to people all the time. You go feel every emotion.
For sure. Every emotion. I'm just sitting back like, damn, like, I didn't even think about it like that. Like, you know, and not to have nobody to call. It got lonely, but you know, I had some solid people that tried to, you know, 1-2 people was just not enough. You know, going back to the graduate situation, you know, if it was like 15 of me telling you just drop 10 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't see, I don't think you've been doing a lot of shows lately, so you ain't really trying to get up that win-win. You hear me?
Win up, though.
You know
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But all that bouncing around like an athlete.
It's up, baby.
Let's go run some suicides and tell me how you feel.
Well, let's go run up the Culver City stairs, man. I'm ready.
The stairs is, you know, it ain't nothing like that. Bam, 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 bam. That heart rate, then that 20 seconds. That's why my son, going back to my son, it's in you, but right now, currently, it's just not in you. And that's what older people gotta accept.
I respect it.
You know, we can talk it, but when you gotta line up and do it, and all of a sudden you get that pop in your knee, and it's just like, do I keep pushing it because I got work tomorrow, or do I just now I gotta use my voice and what I used to do?
No, I ain't never.
That's out.
I ain't never
you
got
gotta
there.
prove it.
I ain't never got there. No deep pops. I barely cracked
turning,
my
touching, and hitting them lines. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta prove it. So that's why with my fitness journey and graduating, I understand it. You know, shout out to my community. You know, I lost my mom. You know, a lot of personal stuff was going on. So
Biff.
I couldn't. I was still trying to help people when I'm just sitting here like, and I used to sit back like, damn, who gonna help me? You know, and that's when I understand the power of just strangers. You know. I seen somebody say like, I'm a big believer in day ones, but I believe in day twos. I definitely believe in day twos. Because I could just be in a storm just looking crazy, like my hygiene off, I'm looking crazy, and this random person, it would just come and just say something to me, just brighten my day, and just put me back in alignment, and it'd be that small little spark. And I'd be like, okay, I gotta just keep on, you know, I gotta keep on graduating, you know, because I went to school my whole life, like, you know, like summer school, night school, like it was one of them things that was just like,
now that I think about it.
Then I just went to junior college, then I went to college. Then I graduated at 25, 26.
Yeah, man, you
know
got
what I'm saying? So
you got your degree though, man.
Hey man, you hear me? That was indefinite, you know what I mean? So, but that's what I'm saying. Like my whole journey through the shout out to sports. That's why I say everybody, you know, DT. Shout out to Derek Taylor, my high school coach.
Yes, sir. Shout
out to the homie Mo.
Shout out
Ice. Big Finn. Tristan. You know what I'm saying? Like these are people. My boy Fig. These are people that always seen something in me that I'm just from the east side, you know. I like skateboarding. I like eating.
Come back.
You know what I'm saying? I like making everything with chili since a kid.
Come on, man.
You
Talk
know what
to
I'm saying?
him.
Like everything everybody been doing has already been going on.
We been doing it, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to dodge diabetes. You
Come
know what I'm
on,
saying?
man.
That's how I know it's real.
Hello.
Like if a doctor told me at 10, 11, 12 that I'm pre-diabetic and I know what I got going on with the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know about spilling like the last Kool-Aid on the counter and just slurping it off the counter.
I need that
because
too.
This is it for the week. You hear me?
This shit's serious.
Especially if you told moms you spilt the last of the Kool-Aid.
Can't even tell her that.
Come on, man. Like I come from that. Like she make the Kool-Aid, it's on ice for about 2-3 hours. You can't touch it.
Make it enough. We come from the make it enough. Go to the store and make it enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like it hits different in today's world when I see what's going on, man. You know, and it's crazy.
Wow.
A chili cheese glazed bacon glizzy is like
whoa.
That's
Black Rob
with the fries.
There come donut
with the Kool-Aid,
glazed donut. Smashed burger with the bacon and the hot link on your ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but the crazy thing is, I develop a master class of it. You can still eat like that.
Yes, sir.
And still have results.
Talk about it.
but it requires other things that a lot of people don't have, like insurance. So like if you eating like that, drinking like that, smoking like that, stand up like that, and you can't even check in with a doctor at least once a month and not just like an urgent care, it's a hard pill to swallow when somebody telling you like you could do better, you know, because eventually you're gonna say, well, I can't afford it, but you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part where when people check out randomly, 9 times out of 10, people never know how somebody checked out. You know, because guess what? A couple months later, nobody don't really care. Because he didn't make it care. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the homies, rest in peace, Tony, our last conversation was like about health and his plans and what he had. You know, so every time I be thinking about stuff I got to do, I be like, dang. And his mom words was like, make sure you guys take care of your health. Mm-hmm. Check in with your doctor, you know, because it could just be something that's preventable. You know, and it could be something where, you know, I paid for my insurance for 8 months, but that one thing they found in me was the one that I ain't got to come back. You know what I mean? Like that's at the same time, that's the arrogance of like, I got the help now, fuck the help. Versus like, let me just keep it going because I never know. Just to pop in, what up, doc? Like, my cough, I smoke heavy, you know what I'm saying? It's like having a good lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Like, I smoke heavy, I'm juicing, I'm working out, I'm doing this, but for some reason, my metabolism is not just kicking in. You know, I'm drinking the cayenne with the pepper, I'm doing the detox stuff, but...
Have you ever did a fast?
Nah, I'm not.
I can't. Yes, you can.
I can't really.
Yes, you can.
I'm saying I know I can, but
take the butt out.
It's not for me.
Why it ain't for you?
It's just not for me, man.
It's not for you though?
I'm a big dude.
It reverse all that stuff.
I know it's an excuse, but I gotta eat. I was a corner store kid. You know, when a dollar would get you 2 honey buns.
Okay.
$1 get you 4 bag of chips. $1 get you 2 sodas, a bag of chips, and the cookies and the beef jerky.
A lot of people do the what is it, intermittent fasting?
I do that.
Where you do, you know, you only eat at certain times of the day.
I do that. Like
I won't eat until 2 o'clock.
Right.
You know,
I did a 7-day fast, all water.
And why?
It reverses everything. If you stop eating, your stomach stop moving. It gives your body time to go and clean up all the old stuff in your body. So it's almost like.
And when did you do that?
I did it last year.
Last year. So when you gonna do it again?
I could do it anytime.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, without this conversation, I don't know. But how many times you was gonna bring this up?
I only tell people when I believe that they need to do it too. I don't waste my time. It's really, I watched something, you know, my pops died from cancer. Yeah. So when I watched the video, he said this is another way where you can help. DNA can switch, all kind of stuff. It's almost like you surface cleaning every day, and then one day you take everything out and you clean behind everything. That's all.
It's like that Mac cleaner. You clean out that computer. You go through the whole. It go through the whole.
So it's like a difference between a 3-day fast and a 7-day fast.
But it's vegetables and food for that too. That's why I'm saying, like, I get the trends of social media. The thing about it, but
when like, you don't eat,
nobody in Africa is about to be like, we about to be doing this nothing but water.
I know it's all kind of.
You know what I'm saying? But
a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it for religious reasons too.
Yeah, but that's different versus like a random moment.
That's why I'm saying
when you give up stuff for religion, it's like I can lock in like Ramadan. People lock in, but just outside of that, to be like, man, I got work, I got kids, I need all my energy. So just to be on a random, I'm just on water walking around.
It don't take away from your energy. See, that's the things you will have to learn from doing a fast. Since I did it, I can tell you it don't.
Yeah, but I like when my energy that's what I'm trying to say. Everybody got different energy.
Hey man, you got excuses or you got results, man. When I figure you ain't trying to get no results.
Excuses don't burn calories.
You ain't trying to get no results here.
Excuses don't burn calories.
You fasting, they don't preach fasting because nobody make money off of fasting.
But like Cool Cam said, like the intermediate fasting is more my lane.
Yeah.
I'd rather
you still eat at some point throughout the day. You just gotta limit.
Like I tell my wife,
times you eat.
We just ate at 7:30, 8 o'clock.
That's the little homie. You hear me?
You gotta start, up. Then you work your way up to.
Man, sometimes you gotta jump in the water or you stand on the side.
I got
That's
the sandwich.
it, man.
I'm like, a couple of bites, like.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my first thing was water. You
That's
get what I'm trying to say? I get the system. I'm all for it.
Are you jumping in the pool?
It's just
or
not
you not?
for me.
That's it. It's niggas on the side.
I'm
going
gonna
to
dip my toe in first.
If you want to do that,
I'm gonna check the temperature and then
y'all can do that.
When you 6'11", you could walk in 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, 6.5. You could walk and be cool. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just dive in straight in the dive deep in. You ain't doing all that walking
look, when they see me do this, see, this is what I'm trying to say when I say graduate. If you on a 7-day fast and he want to live his lifestyle, and I'm doing this, and I'm cracking open this, and I'm doing this the mindset just to put yourself through that.
You got to be disciplined.
So I'm saying the average person.
The average person can't do it.
I'm speaking. I'm gonna speak for my community though, Beast community. When you asking somebody to lose over 200, 300 pounds, you can't just say you got to be on a 7-day water fast. That's it. That's out. And that's my perspective. I'm not coming from a person that's the average 5'10" through 6'4" now, so in that weight class, I'm talking about heavyweights. Like when sumos come down from being sumos, they don't do no fast. They do intermediate fast and they just change the calorie.
You fast every day. That's why,
of course, we fast when we sleep.
When you wake up, it's called break fast.
So when you're
you
sleeping,
fasting regardless.
Your
you
body
just
is burning. That's what I'm saying. Your metabolism
you got to to take that step in
burning.
your mind.
So when
it's in your mind.
When you wake up and get to a workout,
it's like working out. It's all in your mind. Some's telling you to get up and go. When you get in there, some telling
like when you have
to make it a part of your schedule.
It's all in your mind.
That's what I'm saying. So like watermelon is water.
Yeah.
It's in your mind.
Salad is water.
It's all in your mind.
What if you do like a juice?
You can do a juice fast.
Juice is veggie. You get what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to say is the way the juice break down in the body versus you eating it.
H3O is the best way to
that's
form
like
of drinking
I'm coming
water.
here just eating like broccolis and like leaves now. Now y'all would look at me like I'm crazy versus just looking at the health benefits from it. It's not the sexiest thing to do.
But at the end of the day, it ain't about how people look at you being crazy. They're gonna look at you for being crazy.
Like I said, for the heavyweights, man, we just trying to prolong our life. We not trying to do what everybody else doing.
That's why I say you gotta start with the push-aways, man.
When people wanted to be vegans, I'm talking about the early stages when people was on a vegan, then it went to dirty vegan, and then it started going to what I'm doing. I'm making cheese out of cashews. I'm not doing that.
I mean, you gotta find your lane, man.
Shout out to the.
I'm not doing it for no. I'm not keeping up with the fad.
I'm just not eating. I'm not about to trick my mind to say this cauliflower is a chicken wing. It's a hot wing.
Hey, they do some crazy stuff nowadays. These
I get that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Their menus be kind of wild.
I get that too because at the end of the day,
out of mushrooms.
If you just cook a raw chicken, it don't taste good. It's all the seasoning that's making it taste good. So if you put that same seasoning on the cauliflower, it tastes for the most part the same.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
you just got to be on that.
You can't do a lot of things
I
wrong.
remember in the ghetto we used to eat ground beef, and then one day my mama started making ground turkey. And I'm like, what is this for? And then she said it the benefit, but I wasn't with that. I always wanted the regular ground. And then now you can get to somebody that eat the tofu now because it's the next step away. But you can't go from ground beef straight to tofu. No,
they got like
so I would never tell nobody that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So a person, like I said, you gotta keep in mind. I lost 150 plus, going on 4 times now. I tried it all. And the results sometimes it's like motivation. You can only motivate me for so long. Motivation is not gonna last a whole year. And even being a motivator, how many things you got to do to keep being a motivator?
I ain't trying to motivate you. I'm just gonna do me. If I motivate you,
that's what I said. That 7-day water fast. I hear you, but it ain't for me.
It ain't for you.
I'm a heavyweight.
No, I sent
you know
it to.
What I'm saying?
I sent it to 10 people, or maybe one person did it out of 10.
A fact.
So I'm not even trying to get nobody to do it. I don't promote nothing.
But I'm saying, like,
you get to do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna just tell you what I've done.
I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I can't do it.
I don't think you can.
I could do it.
I don't think you can.
I could do it.
I don't think you can.
It's easy.
It sound good though.
It is good. That's why I can do it. That's what I'm saying.
I see how you ate that Starburst. You just can't.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm still going to do me.
See, the thing about
and
a
that's
Starburst,
the beauty about,
those are flavored by fruit. So instead of eating Starburst,
it's not
just
real.
eat some fruit.
It's not real.
You hear me?
You know what I'm saying? Like
strawberry
the food, we don't know.
You some strawberries.
We just had Tams. Shout out to Tams, but we don't know what type of oil, how old that oil is, how those ingredients sitting out.
I do.
We
I
already
go there every
do.
Monday.
We already do.
I go there every Monday.
You know what I'm saying? Like where they get their eggs from.
They handling their business. It's a nigga bringing it in right there. You see it all in one process.
Yeah, and
there go the people.
And we see rats running out them trucks at the same time, jumping from garbage to truck to garbage all the time. It's on the internet.
I don't know nothing about that.
That's gonna happen everywhere.
But that's what you get what I'm saying. So trying to be
health
conscious like
on
that
the East Coast,
is crazy.
New York got it bad.
I mean,
I seen somebody deep unthawed.
It's all about
meat
calories,
banging
man.
on the floor outside.
It's all about calories.
Chinese plate.
I won't eat there.
Just keep your calorie count, man. You'll be all right.
I don't even count calories. That's what I'm saying. But once you get to the point where you've been doing something for so long, you ain't got to pull out the scale and
I ain't got to do none of that.
That's too
either.
much. Like
I can eyeball.
That's how you can eyeball it. That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, you hear me?
I ain't put that out.
I can eyeball what's on the plate.
Yes,
like
sir.
I made the plate. That's why. But you know me, people gonna stuff my plate, and I'm telling people like I don't even eat like this. Cause I really don't. I just eat at the wrong time because I'm up.
That's the thing. It's really about the time you eat and portion control.
And my homeboy taught me like if you could just stay on your same time and eat what you eat, you can just maintain. So just being conscious of okay, I ate at this time. Let me get me something around this time. Let me just eat and turn stuff down and say I'm good. I say I'm gonna eat this later, right? So it's just like the average person gonna eat it just cause. Yeah. I'm thinking about like, okay, I'm on a great run and he jammed me up, you know, good peoples. Let me get the BLT. I'm biting it like it's still good, but it's like, man, I got a workout today, like.
But you know you already got a time set
you
for
feel
when you're
me?
done with something.
Exactly.
It's gonna be right there.
It's gonna be sitting right there for me. You hear me?
I ain't about 2 miles. Going to burn that off real quick, man.
But it's just it just goes back to my mindset of where I came from and all the stuff I did to lose weight, making little snacks, walking around. A homie like, man, you got to eat to lose weight. So now I got to do something I love to lose weight too. It's like. How do you do that while still living a good, fun life and not be priding yourself and knowing you got to burn it off? I tell people, I'm eating this. Guess what? I'm about to burn this bitch off.
Yeah, nah, you ain't eating for the taste no more.
I'm eating these right here.
On the fitness thing,
I'm about to go juice. And I do the juices, people, the cayenne water and black pepper. I be throwing shit in water, just mixing it like, just cuz. I know it's going to do something.
Fuck it.
And all that shit adds up at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm the type to look at my stools, like I gotta look at what's coming out of me. Do you look at what's coming out of you?
Hell yeah.
He's just saying that just because I'm gonna make that the new wave. You gotta look back. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta really know.
People don't look until they see blood and they shit like, oh, what's that?
I mean, you gotta know
my. Gotta look. You gotta know that.
You gotta know my grandmama to know me. I mean, my grandmama been on that.
Yeah, I know.
So for you to ask me that, act like I'm capping with my grandmama.
Hey, I just didn't want to be the only one.
No, my grandmama on that. I mean, it's just some people comfortable or they not comfortable. Telling a nigga he looking at his situation that's a real thing. I know some people might not say it. I'm talking about
saying from like the littlest things.
I'm talking about my grandmama said don't hold a fart and you might bust a vein.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Hey.
So that was as a kid. So a nigga talk about, well, why would you, nigga? Why would I? That's what I was taught. Hey,
remember when Charles tried to give me a whooping? See, this what I'm trying to say. Man.
Oh damn!
I'm not afraid about my shit. Like man, we grew up in like good peoples, but like broken structure. Like we had a cookout, we at the park, we somewhere far out. You know what I'm saying? We kids, you know, like I gotta use the bathroom. You better get your ass in this car. I'm like, I gotta go. Get your ass. It was nothing. I'm like, okay. I'm in the middle. We thick in the back, and I'm just sitting there like,
I told you.
Hey, I don't know about this. I stayed quiet. I stayed true to the quietness the whole way. I don't care if. Hey, listen, if you know, you know. I just need to get up out of here. Mind you, my mom is not even in, once again, like, my mom not even in the car, so I'm in here with most of his family, which is family. And you know, certain people just believe in certain things. And I got out the car. I remember him turning around like, who shitting on himself? I'm just like. Long story short, we get out. Like, I know it's me. I'm not trying to, you know, we ain't pointing finger. That's what I'm saying. We grew up different. It wasn't like, oh,
I ain't nobody
trying to throw the blame off, just to throw the blame off of a little bit just to get out. But I jumped out and I was like, it's me. And he tried to, he said, I'm about to whoop your ass. I'm like, no, you ain't.
At least you admitted to the shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to go. And I told mom, I'm about to tell my mom.
I ain't gonna lie. My Uncle Charles was old school though. Like, old school, like he had the powder milk. Mix it with the water. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool on cereal.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, he was old school, just real old school. Like
that. Sure, his milk don't spoil. Huh?
Yeah, so for that to happen, it's like I could see it.
It was too old school for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, but it's one of them things where I was just
too
like,
old school.
Too old school. Like it goes back to like muscle memory. Like I'm a kid, I gotta use the bathroom. Like what was so important to where I just couldn't use the bathroom.
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? This basic shit, like damn, like because guess what?
No rush. Ain't never no
if they had
rush.
to go, they was going to keep us in a hot ass car, leather seats, and we in there. Now they doing something else. My bad.
How long was the ride though?
We was far somewhere.
Yeah,
you know when them little family picnics don't be in the ghetto. It be
no, but so when a nigga say you gotta use the bathroom and you know you taking this long ass trip, it's like
our little family park used to be in San Pedro. I think it was like Furman Park or something like that. So yeah, back to the ghetto off the 105.
Yeah. So you was on the
traffic and all that. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things like, you know. But like I'm saying, like. I would have just ran off to the bathroom and that's what I should have did. Like didn't even ask. Like I'm going. You know what I'm saying? But that's like
that's what nigga.
But you know, during that time, but to the principle of getting your ass whooped is like if that would have been my family and I tried to run a play like that, it's like if I would have got out, something was coming regardless. But I'd rather come out and catch it versus sitting in the car.
All right, so look,
you know what I mean.
You just took the interview, man. I'm finna take it back from you, man. I love you, man.
Take it back.
All right, so look, after the basketball and everything, you start doing security, man.
Yeah.
I seen you with a gang of different stars. You know what I mean? We ain't got to speak on whoever you want to speak on, but one dude that I remember that I just was like, oh yeah, this is tight. Cuzzo was bodyguarding for Dan Blisserman. What's his name?
Yeah, Dan Brazilian.
Yeah. Talk about that, man, because I looking on Instagram, he used to be wild. So I'm like, if you was out there, then y'all was cracking. What was that? And just give us a little half a story on that.
I was just, man, shout out to Dan, man. But that's when I was working with Tony Lunatic. When I first got on my private jump, I was just in the DMs like crazy. Like I literally sent probably like. It got to the point where Instagram was sending me emails like, you got to verify yourself. You're sending all these messages.
Like a bot.
I'm looking like a bot damn near. Like the moment they free up.
Shout out to the grind though. That's
hey
what
man,
that
the
is.
moment they freed up 20 more slots,
you back in.
I'm back in it 20 more, and then it'll max out again, and then it start becoming like a day. So now at this point, I gotta just scroll through and just see if anybody gonna fuck with me. Like, okay,
I done DM'd all I can. Y'all gotta DM
seen some
back.
of the biggest stars open my message and just don't get back, and I'm just like, okay, cool. But so eventually, you know, Tony was one of the guys that was like, okay, man, you know, I give you a shot, and of course he was. It was the price was so good, you know. Of course he was gonna say, I'm gonna do this to see what it was, and then it was. He saw it, he loved it, and then I just started being in the little upper echelon circle, and eventually Dan was going to Coachella, and he put me on with that.
How was that?
It was crazy.
Just
to pull up.
Yeah.
The pull up was just crazy. As we see, was already advertised.
I done seen hella niggas pull up and don't get in or all that. So when you pull up, I know he got right on in.
Oh, but he's so cool, man. Like
that's tight.
Man, he's it looks more wild on content, but man, he's the nicest guy. You know, he did great by me.
That's what's up. Yeah, I think I seen you on TMZ or something and all kind of shit.
With Big Giraffe at his crib.
Yeah.
And but being around that I knew I made it. You know, to be able to be around other security guards and be like, I'm not carrying these waters up these flight of stairs. You know, I'm not here. I'm not security like that. Like this is private one-on-one.
Yeah.
I help you, but I'm not coming back. You know what I'm saying? So like, just to be in that,
I'm gonna drop this off and I'm gonna keep on going about my
man. I like how you said that because I heard it, but I'm like, but no, you heard that.
Yeah, because now it turns to, man, I want you on my team when I'm just like.
Nigga, just
I don't want to be on nobody's team.
You want an assistant, or you want somebody to be really watching your back and watching you, give you your best interest.
That's what I'm saying. I can't come mess with your team, and now you just bossing me around like you didn't know what I was on.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it's good. That's why when you say shout out to him, he did right by you. He didn't do none of that type of stuff. It was always solid.
It was always, and it was just always great work. You know, regardless of whether I did something for charity. And I did all the work for charity for free.
Yeah.
So they knew if they had a toy drive or something on any theme it was charity work.
Yeah, I'm there. That's
you know,
respectable.
and that's why like some of the guys I worked with, you know, like Dan Feisman, he's one of those guys where I learned so much. Like, it wasn't even about the money. It was just more so like him just even allowing me just to be around to just see like the power of just content and influencers and paid marketing and advertising and just adding value and understanding all of that, you know. So
I like to learn hands on and seeing it live, so you can see the instructions from somebody or hear all that, but just to kick back and be watching and understanding it live, that's way better.
Yeah, so just to do it big, that's why you got to be going back to everything I say is like health related. To me is like, I understand the process of trying to do something and what it does for you and the benefits of something, but sometimes in life when you just not there, you got to understand that you just not there.
No, yeah.
You know,
I can say,
business wise, like,
even before I started working out, people been telling me to work out, and I was like, I never wanted.
But
to.
I know you. But that's what I'm saying. I know how you are.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still gonna be the one to tell you.
I love it.
You need to lose 15. I don't care how you spin it, how you jazz it, jive turkey. You hear me?
No, and see what y'all gotta know.
Like,
this is like the closest thing I got to a brother because we
this
really
my
grew
best
up
friend that he didn't even know we was best friends, and I didn't know we was best friends. We ain't gonna get back to. When you spitted your first bars to me, that's how like we was on a bunk beds. What was that, Gardena with the blue apartments?
Yeah.
He see like with the Japan, put the dot on your head like a Japan flag. Yeah. I don't want to have to take him all the way back. He came back and spit that bar like, hey, Toy, look. I'm like, bro, like, mind you, I'm me. Like, what, bro? Like, I'm probably on the game. I'm fresh out the pool and shit. He coming talking about he want to rap. We like young niggas, like.
Beat it. I'm telling niggas back in the day, because rapping is so cool now and it's so in style. Back in the day when a nigga say that, nigga be like, beat it, my nigga. Nobody want to hear none of that.
That's why I'm so hard on him with music.
Get out the book.
For me, it's like, I've been to his concerts. I've been to events. I've been to so many places with this dude in life. It's like, man, so what if I miss it? Yeah. I wish I could be there. He know if I could, I would.
But you've been a part of the process.
Yeah, been in. See, like going back to security, like he been to events where I'm pulling up, like working. So it's like, boop boop boop. I'm right here. You know, so it's one of them things where like it just. And I got a family. You know, I'm married now. I got 4 kids.
You be just being your different bags. I know you enough to know if you being professional right now, that don't mean nothing to our relationship or nothing. Let my nigga work now.
Like we in the cafeteria, right, in elementary. He's mad at me because I like mashed potatoes.
For sure.
You can't eat this around me. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah, that's politics.
Like, really trying to, like.
I don't even want these on the table right now.
You know how many times I gave up the mashed potatoes just for him to be cool with it?
It's my dog.
And some days it's like, bro, this goes with this. I'm not passing this up.
Yeah,
you know
I ain't gonna lie. I used to be, no mashed potatoes.
What you got against mashed potatoes?
All right, so look. Shout out to my same granny that I was talking about that used to make us look at the stools. She used to be a teacher. I went to a preschool, and she was like one of the main teachers up there with the principals and stuff. this is like a Christian school though. It's right here in the ghetto off of El Segundo.
In Avalon,
right across the street from the Burger King. That's why I love Burger King so much. I used to go every morning and give me the Burger King.
Right by the church with the barbecue truck.
Come on,
there.
man. You know what's up. So when you go in there at lunchtime, you have to eat your food. Ain't no, you know, like how your grandma is at Thanksgiving, you can't get down. I don't even know if they was making like instant mashed potatoes. I don't really know. But I used to have to eat them. And I damn near used to be ready to throw up and all that. They used to like, would throw up then. So I used to throw up all the time and then go to get in the little bed early.
Well, throw up then.
Yeah, this is the real gangsters. And then this is where I'm not knocking them because it wasn't like they just treat every kid like that. My grandmama work here. So she on that. Like, nah, do what they said. Like, I can't help. Like, she trying to be professional too. And it was like, damn, I love my granny, but she like, yeah, eat that. So now I don't eat it. She ain't
right, so he gonna carry this over to my environment, talking about you can't do it. Who you think you are?
No, because we was my dog. Whatever we own together, we on the same time.
But it was just those mashed potatoes, though. So it turned you off of any other mashed potatoes after that?
No, it's funny, though, because somebody got on me one day because I still eat, like, French fries and shit. So it's like,
no, mashed potatoes is different.
It's just the texture.
Thing.
Yeah,
it was probably the whole get down. We like eating mashed potatoes.
Did they have gravy on them?
No, they eat it, nigga. I don't eat baked potatoes. Right, none of that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm cool. I don't eat guacamole.
We drinking milk. You know what I mean? The whole setup was just terrible.
I don't drink milk either. So I was all being lactose intolerant as a kid.
You got chocolate milk with mashed potatoes and you.
Yeah, I'm cool.
So
we used to have a Tang and all that different shit. They for sure having that chocolate bunny. What's that back in the day? You want some of this? Hell no, I don't want none of that. They used to be going crazy, but yeah, nah, I'm cool. So yeah,
that's how far we go.
I didn't used to like mustard. You know what? I can tell.
I like mustard today.
Yeah, so that's why I figured that's probably why I like Burger King. You get a Whopper, it came with mayonnaise and ketchup. You go to McDonald's, it come with mustard. So I used to never. I don't want to go to McDonald's. Take me to Burger King.
So you see how he delved into just the food. So as a person that's considered obese, remember Whoppers was $2 for $1?
Yeah.
So what did I do with $5?
What did I do with $5?
During that span, that's what I'm saying. That's just 10 minutes of work. And he want to talk about a 7-day water fast. Nigga, this is what I'm coming from.
Yo, okay, say that. All right,
remember on Sundays when those cheeseburgers was 29 cents and a regular one was 20 cents?
But nowadays the prices ain't that no more.
$20.
So I think shit like that will make somebody want to fast. You know, looking at the price.
No, but what I'll say is this: if you come from the triple cheeseburger era, when you work your way down just to a regular cheeseburger, and nigga don't know how much you did already. That's why I be saying some niggas.
My wife
you
get a
do
Big Mac meal. I get a Big Mac meal. I still say I'm hungry. She say why? I say because you look at you. I ate what you ate. Why can't I just get an extra?
An average woman might be 2,000 calories they eat, and a man might be 2,500.
So
but for you, it might be 3,000 calories.
And that's what I'm saying. So just going back to the sports world of when somebody say they just don't understand you. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not normal.
Nah,
so
sure.
if you're trying to feed the team a steak, a potato, broccoli with a glass of water, and I'm trying to lose weight and and still maintain a healthy pro meal lifestyle, it's nothing wrong with giving me an extra steak. Right. With a table salad.
Yeah, it was almost like they need to go by y'all weight or something. If everybody weight,
you can't compare me to something. I'm hard to compare.
Yeah, no, I got you.
You know, like just like that's what I'm saying. Like it could get so complex. Where
I remember at one time you was a nigga I could block. We playing basketball, I'll block your ass, man. Shut up. And then one day I came and the doorbell rang, bing dong. I looked through and I'm seeing chess. I'm like, how the fuck is somebody chest in the doorway? So I'm like, damn, this got to be the police or something. I open the door, it's this nigga. I'm like, what's up, nigga?
Nigga shot up on you.
Hell yeah, that nigga like, bro, I'm on the way from practice. He was like moving around. The coach, he was locked in with the coach. He got him practicing regular, doing extra shit. And I'm just looking at this nigga like, bro, you are big as a motherfucker, but you like your smallest that you ever like I ever seen.
I was on
you.
go.
And I was just like, nigga, can you jump a gate right now? And that nigga like, what? Nigga, I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga big as a motherfucker, but agile now. And I'm like, oh, see, that's the difference. Now I knew you was always big, but you used to like had a heavy feet. They didn't had you doing them little,
I was
that
really,
little ladder thing. He had them.
When I say I was different,
got fast.
Shout out to everybody along the way that inspired me to skateboard, like my cousin.
Yeah.
And I hopped on that skateboard.
Which cousin?
Dooley and my cousin Leon.
That's what I thought. I figured you was gonna say Dooley.
Because when I was, when we moved around, I was living with them around the corner. You know, when shit got rough, I'm living with them.
For sure.
He had all the Tony Hawk DVDs, not DVDs,
Dooley
but the VHSs. He had pictures
shit.
I seen pictures when he was young, and he got the whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah.
And they had the BMX bikes and GTs and all of that type of stuff. So.
For sure.
I was like, he gave me the skateboard. I never looked back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when we was big on just going to the park and local gyms. Yeah. Like, I gave work in every city. You know what I'm saying? Like, before high school. City. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when we at the park at, Bellflower Park when this is like 1,000 families and we all go to the blue top back there.
For sure.
And we come with our squad and we run through packs.
Come on, man. They on the sideline. They lost, and then that team lost. Them two teams getting together, trying to put the best two together, and we beat them. Nigga.
Just showing up, young niggas. No age involved, no nothing. We just giving out work. No names
Straight
changed.
Work.
Then, hey, we got to go eat. Then you know what I'm saying. Next, we just
straight work.
There's just work, and then we go on with a day. And then you show up to a gym somewhere, and they be like, "Oh, that was the kid that was over there. He on my team."
Yeah, I remember him.
I always got picked. That's why when I don't want to play, when I want to play, I don't have time for somebody to say I'm just trying to warm up.
You was the first nigga that I knew that told a nigga like I can't even practice no more, like playing like let's go to the park like we used to. I can't do that no more. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean by that? Like, nah, nigga, I got this game over here. If I tell my coach that I just injured myself at the park, nigga gonna be mad as fuck. You can't do that. You gotta be serious. So I'm like, damn, man, nigga really got popping.
When I just watch the game and I see guys get the money and they be going on crazy sprees of, we in Aspen on skis. They trying to be a child, right? We trying to do everything that we couldn't do.
Because you got the money for it now.
Because you got the money now. Yeah. Not knowing you already got the big crib. Coming down them stairs bouncing could be dangerous. Let alone you trying to get on snowboard.
You could be out
skis,
there running with your kids or something.
And they get hurt. And it's like, man, we just gave you all this money and you on skis.
This so nigga, his big brother and my big brother, this nigga like what, 6'6",
6'7",
and then this nigga like 6 something, 11.
Yeah,
And then
6'11", 7 feet too clumsy.
Across the street from these niggas, they always used to just beat a nigga up. Somehow I ended up getting beat up. That was the cold part. If I get into it with him, he ain't gonna get into it, like get on my side. They used to always be putting me in the twist and all kind of shit.
They still had to be together when you left.
I used to be telling niggas.
That's what it was.
I figured it out the long way.
So they was already flying when this nigga young here.
No, they dogging me, man. One time they hit a nigga with blew the Kool-Aid in my eye. They beat the nigga up. I was like, oh man. One time this was the worst time ever. I got one for y'all. A nigga came with the bike. And fuck around on Christmas, nigga. Everybody on the ramp, jumping the ramp. Wham, bam, wham, bam. It's my turn. They put a Tonka truck underneath the ramp. Everything fall apart. Bam. Bike bend, can't even wiggle. I had to ride it home, go in the house. I used to be getting served over there, bro. I'm telling you, so bad.
It was dangerous. They used to turn adventurous.
Yeah, that's where a nigga got all the I ain't going for none of that no more.
That's where you get the battle scars at, man.
Sure.
Just doing random shit.
As a kid, you getting towed up out here, bro.
We made a ramp off everything. Like if it was a branch hanging from the tree, we swinging from it.
What? We had bean shooters, nigga. I remember they came and did all the aunties got together and figured out who had the bean shooters. Located us all.
Those
got
was
us
real
together.
wars.
Ain't no more bean. Put all them. We busting windows and everything. I think we hit one bean shooter in the tree.
No, it got so crazy.
Cutting off the tops of the bottles.
Come on now.
Yeah.
tearing shit up.
The
though.
ones when they backfire on you, fuck your finger up.
I'm talking about really bad though. Nigga rolling through, busting niggas' windows out. They just
standing on the corner, just waiting for the buses to roll past. And but that's what and that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, we had one when we started really getting bad. We was in the alley one day. Somebody threw a brick and hit a metro. Bam. We was like, ooh, we out there laughing. Why the next car is his mama?
Yeah.
That's why I said, this gotta be God. Pull up. The next car look at us. It was
one
mom.
time too many.
Hey, she looked at us, take y'all ass home right now. Nigga got served.
That was one time too many.
I was like, yeah, that's when you know that was God, because we was getting bad right around that time.
Yeah, because like little do people know. I mean, I went back by myself one time, but I didn't cross this. I got off the porch, went to the corner, made the left. I didn't cross the street. I didn't do the whole thing. I kept it halfway. I couldn't get nothing. I seen this one white car with the little suede thing. I don't know what it was. Probably was a Crown Vic, the worst car you could ever hit. I hit that shit. All I heard was I'm like froze because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get off.
Nigga didn't cause a 3-car pileup.
What?
I hit the corner. Wow. You know, the first house on the corner had them big plants. The car hit the corner so fast, I had to just dive into the bush. All I hear is door closed. I'm like, oh, these niggas hopped out. So I'm just like real deal praying. Like, that's why like when some people be big on praying, I'm like literally like have to pray my way, because I'm like 2 duplexes down, like no fences. This is all yard work. So I'm just like praying, bro. And like they get off, and I remember just standing right there for an extra 10, like I ain't doing this ever again. Then my big brother convinced me to do it again, right? Oh, shit. Neighbors put a shotgun.
Did you tell him about that, though?
No, I didn't. This when you don't tell people shit like that. You gotta just live with it. You gotta live with it.
But if you would have told him, he probably wouldn't even thought about going back.
Man, niggas got thrilled some shit like that.
Let me tell you what, I got another little one. We used to live on a long block. It was like so long you don't want to walk. So we used to jump on the back of the ice cream truck. We jumped on the back of the ice cream truck this time. We sitting there waiting. The ice cream truck ain't taking off, right? I'm telling these niggas something ain't right, bro.
You know y'all back there.
I told these niggas, you can remember back then. I told this nigga something ain't right, fool. It ain't. Let's get down. Niggas like, nigga, we ain't getting down. This nigga fit to pull off. We go, and I'm like, fuck it. We all together. We stuck. Why this nigga bounced out and came from this way, nigga? Went to grab at this nigga. We all booked and ran. But I'm telling you, when I said, nigga, that shit was wild. We was sitting there like something ain't right, nigga.
Bro.
That nigga bounced out that truck, nigga. He was mad.
Shit was a man hood dude too on the ice cream truck.
Oh man.
Just like
the real ghetto.
Like my brother, he going down Central on the back of the ice cream truck.
On the main street.
So the dude got to the point where he was just
like,
oh, you want to buy? He smacked. He smacked. My brother on the back and oh no. He lucky he got that big bench.
What?
He lucky he had that big bench.
With that lip on it. Hey, he hit the corner. I hit the corner so fast, then they spit that boy off.
That's why I said just being an athlete, you know, and just naturally being an athlete, whether it's like bodyguarding or football or basketball, it's just one of them things like growing up how we grew up.
Oh man.
Like just riding on, sitting on people, mama or auntie cars, and I told y'all to get off. They just get in and she just pull off. You holding on the hood, you begging for your life, but they don't care.
They already told you to get off.
Because we already doing damage playing sideline pop, tearing up people's cars.
Oh, man.
That's why I said, like...
oh, man, we ain't going to even talk about sideline pop.
We was city with it, tearing up people's cars. And shout out to the good people that let us do it, you know. That's why we became who we became when it came to competing at a high level, you know. So I always hold on to those moments and experience, and can't nobody take that away from me, because I couldn't play AAU football. I was too big. Yeah. I couldn't even play the highest one. Yeah. Because I was just too big. So that's why I came into football late, because I couldn't play.
I see you brought some stuff with you, man. What you got with you?
Okay, listen, you know, I got this box, but I got something for Cam.
Oh, you said he got something for Cam.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to just bring, you know, one host and, you know, not have you just looking like, what about me? Kind of like when I said about
Hey, consider it, man.
I knew
something I liked about this guy.
Come on, man.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't got to overthink it. Like, shit, no matter what it is, like, I got something.
Yeah.
Even though it's DVDs. But once again, it's a moment where you might never know when this DVD might come in handy one time, you know. But you just go ahead and check these out. That's for you.
All right, thank you.
You know, some classics, you know.
Okay.
He a movie buff too. Oh yeah,
got
the classic. Yeah, that's classic for sure.
Oh yeah,
Come on, man.
All classics.
Yeah,
all classics.
Oh,
you know
damn.
what I'm saying? Just
that's one of my favorite movies ever, and I fuck with Baby Boy for sure.
And if you want to, you know, take it up on an advanced level, you could always put it in the machine, render that to a file, and you could just
have it
digital. Yeah.
You know,
have
just
at it, fool.
That's why I say when you know how to do things, you know, like losing weight and, you know, graduating to another level. Sometimes we take knowledge for granted, and you know we could dibble and dabble with it, and we know But I've been on my deathbed in the hospital, and I thought about all the doctors and everybody, family saying, "Man, you gotta."
Yeah.
Or this is gonna happen, and when it's almost too late, chest jumping, skipping beats, scared to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, scared to I fought NyQuil and a pill because I'm like, my chest jumped. I said, I'm not going to sleep because I'm not waking up. That's how my mind was working.
Yeah.
You know, so even just getting heartburn and then the pandemic, we survived the pandemic. I don't understand how people don't really, people underestimate that. Like, I'm talking about when I had it, I was doing all type of shit to get that phlegm out of me. My wife thought I was crazy. That's when I knew I was from the east side. I'm talking about like, she like, you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't care what's going on. I'm like, people losing their life because they can't get this shit out.
You gotta wiggle. You gotta wiggle.
So to go through all of that and I seen that high blood pressure was really defeating a lot of black people.
Yeah.
A lot of older black people. A lot of young black people. And I'm just saying, so when I sit back and see kids eat like crazy, you know, now we smoking at a young age, we drinking at a young age, we clubbing at a young age. I mean, we grew up when it was 16 plus.
Yeah.
That's when all the 18-year-old homies was like, man, we trying to like, bro, we 16, like, and then it became 18 plus.
I know Cam used to go to the strip clubs in Gardena. They used to let a young nigga in.
Oh yeah, niggas was like 17.
We ain't gonna even
my idea at home.
We ain't gonna even.
They not even open no more, so it's like we can talk about it.
I wasn't gonna say their name because they might open back up for the young. For the
our
YN.
bus stop used to stop right across the street from it on a bus stop. We just see like, ooh.
I seen niggas in there with the high school jerseys.
Is that the one with by the Taco Bell?
Right next to the Taco Bell.
Okay, yes.
Right next to the niggas a park at the Taco Bell like a motherfucker.
You niggas.
And so we ain't gonna get into all that.
I know y'all.
But
ready
see, he would have loved me in college. You know, when I was a bouncer, just to get my bread up. You know, like I was. It was rare I was on scholarship. That's why people look at me in the flesh and they must. You got the scholarships. You got.
It was so easy.
I got. Listen,
so
what camera I'm in?
Right here.
And listen.
He thought it was so easy.
Bruh,
Talk to him.
I
told him I was from the ghetto.
I thought when they forgave those student loans, I got an email. You know, I was tired. I read it wrong. I went on Instagram. God is good. Like they cleared my debt.
No, not the case.
I read it wrong.
Huh?
I'm still in. You know, I still got some student loans debt. You know, but. I love it. I love paying it off because I know when I was in school, you know, coming where we come from, you know, just to turn 18 was a blessing.
That part.
Just the expectation was just high school.
Hello.
You go to junior college, you was like a semester in junior college, you was the smartest nigga on the block.
You changing the family. Ain't nobody in the family with the college.
You hear me?
Nigga. Come on,
you
man.
know, so just the
you wouldn't graduated too, man.
And I was always working.
I ain't gonna even lie. I didn't talk to you a few times. You was out there and you got caught up in their weather, and you was like, "Hey man, this shit crazy out here."
Hey man, listen, that's we gonna get there, but watch this. I was working the bar, so all the young teammates, they knew when it come. I said, y'all might smell like cigarettes, but just act normal. You in there?
You let niggas in.
The little homie come, he just excited. I'm like, give me your ID. He
play the part.
You know, I'm like, man, he about to blow it.
He about to blow it.
So then when one of my partner come out, he look at me, I look at him. You know this, I'm running this. Like, we good. Man, when I say we all came to practice smelling like cigarettes the next day, it was the worst decision in history.
It still smelled like it from the day before.
It was over with. That's when I knew I had to get out of this as doing security. I said, I can't be doing this. So I did before I got to where I'm at, I did every level, even in high school. Remember elementary? When old boy was like, our mom looked like BB King.
Oh, man. He want to take it there.
And we didn't even know what BB King looked like.
Nigga said that to me about my mama.
Bro,
Look, I tuned him up, right? Bam, immediately got on this situation, and when I stopped, he jumped behind me and got on him. Bow, and then when he finished, my boy Barry got behind him. So we low key 3-on-1 the little nigga. And like, what grade was we in?
Man, we had second grade type shit.
Second grade. And then his auntie came and picked us up. I mean, his mom, my auntie. And then when we walked, I could tell him this, what was crazy. We walked to the grocery store right after, and then we seen our big cousin fighting in the parking lot. A nigga beating a nigga up. And then my auntie trying to talk to him. He never looked at her, but he talking to her while he fighting. He serving the nigga. No, auntie, I got to get with him. I can't let them slide. He like, no, come on, man. Yeah, he pop, poo. I was like, damn. So as she tried to tell us that we shouldn't be fighting at school, we looking at it, like, ain't no way you can tell us we ain't supposed to get with
Bro,
you.
that's what I was saying. The example was too, like, thorough. Like,
that's how they got us, though. They said, do y'all even know who BB King was?
Man, it was over with.
We don't know who that nigga is.
That's what I'm saying. The
fact you said my mama looked like somebody, nigga.
I don't know who you thought you was talking to.
That's why it's hard for me, like I'm a hard one to love, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't easy, you know, because sometimes I take shit too serious, man. I'm like, because that's where I come from. It's like
Scorpio gang,
you know, like, what do you mean you said this about my mom just passed away? You know, I'm already loose in the moment, so it's like, oh, I'm just playing. Then when I started coaching, the kids kept saying my bad, and I'm watching my mentor head coach just be okay with it, and I'm like, man, you getting soft on me, man. Like, when it was 112, you had us out there running. It's 99 and the school saying we can't run. I'm running my team. Like, I'm going against the grain. Like, we on the track. They got to come. I'm Coach Carter with it. So that's why my son's now thinking about my son, right? So that's just me, because I'm like, my name is hanging up in here. Yeah. We haven't, you know, I forgot the year, but it was like first Valley team since 1982 type shit to win a city championship. It was always Westchester, Fairfax, and Crenshaw, and you know the Fremonts, and it was always dope. It was no Valley school, so to really, and don't get it twisted, we got bust out there, so it was a bunch of city guys on the team. Our head coach is from Watts. Mom lived down the street from me. Like, it wasn't no like
that hour bus ride.
That's why I was like, kind of like, ain't nobody put me on. Like I showed up to Taft. Ain't nobody say go here. So when I'm making my rounds, I'm on a Nintendo Game Boy black and white.
Old school.
Didn't even know what In and Out was. Didn't know what 7-Eleven was. Didn't know what Baja Fresh was.
Talk to him.
You know, we trying to order food. They like, you want something? I'm like, how can I order something when I don't even know what that is. I don't know what this is. Damn. We celebrated getting a 7-Eleven in Compton, like down the street, like it was something like a Costco or something. You know what I mean? Like, we got the wing, then we got the wing stop. Like, that was big. That's what I'm saying. Like, the little moments like that to some people, it's like big to other people, no matter how big or small something may be.
Yeah, you was right there.
But what's in this box?
Yeah, Roddy Rich, you got the box.
Listen,
I got the coupe with the box.
This is something that represents us, you know.
That part.
And it's gonna fuck him up because I made some adjustments to the product. So
yeah, man.
Listen, it don't get no. And I know this is I know this was gonna be random. He wasn't gonna dictate this shit. Like, it ain't me. You know, I was gonna do what I want. But this right here,
you took over the show.
It's gonna mess him up a little bit because she think it's something, you know.
Oh man,
Because the first, just read it. Before you take it out, just read it. No, don't. Just read it.
Oh, okay, I got
Before you take it out, just read it.
Respect.
No, read it. Before you take it out, read it. You know, shout out, you know. Let's have a moment. And like, so when we talk about family and just trying to be a better example however you can, it's just like stuff like this. It's just like people been looking out for people be way before us, and that's what I grew up on. And like people really just
this nigga trying to make me cry.
Trying to help people out. So this is a little good. He thought it's something else was gonna be in that box. So I know it messed him up right now. So just having moments like this. And so before when my mom passed away, we got kicked out the house, and
that's crazy.
And I remember saying, I don't give a fuck what happened. Police come, I'm finding these pictures. I don't care about nothing else in here, but I'm gonna get these pictures. And the lady wasn't going for it, and I remember just once again, like, man, I'm like, Mom, just like I just need this. And sure enough, before they came, I just went to this spot and just found all the pictures and found everything, and running through it. It was
my
his family. His
right
family stuff was in there. Like, that's how close.
You want me to tell you what's crazy? I was just on the phone with my mom's, and he passed away on the 8th. That's tomorrow.
Crazy, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's what we talking about. You know what I mean? They say, that's why I say, like, people say sandbox. Like, I can't even tell you how I met this dude. If I'm just keeping it all the way 1,000, it was just like we was just always together. Like, you just grow up and it's like, it's the craziest shit ever. Like, my wife was like, how is this your god sister, but this your cousin? I'm like, it just like, don't just ask too many questions. Like, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? So, it's this my dog, man, and so when we say work ethic, Big Tim, he had us out there working, and he was one of them cats where, like, I just felt like he didn't want to hear no excuse. Like, it was just like, we about to do this, and we about to have fun, and we about to and it's gonna be right. It was no rush with him. It was just, we about to put this work in and hand me the tools. Here's the monkey wrench and little shit like that. And we watch him work, and he never complained. He got the shit done. He didn't waste no time. And every time I seen him, he was under the truck. He was working. And it was just like, then, like, my family loved him, and he was, and it was just like, that big ass leather belt he had, like, that set the tone. It was like, woo. So just to be around that, not having a father growing up, it hits different today. When I look back on a lot of shit and I move how I move.
This nigga done whipped our obituary on the nigga.
You know what I mean? And just because, like, growing up, like, he was different. Like he said, he went to the private school outside of school. So when I used to have to wait for him to get out just to kick it with him again. And he should just come flaunting his little shit, nigga, just saying the alphabets and saying the states from A to Z to A. I'm just like, look at this nigga. So it's like, in a way, like, as far as just like just the structure that he had, like, and just being close to it, I just had to step my game up. Shit, like, I ended up getting tested, honors, and gifted. So I went to school in the Valley, and I was, one of 2 people to graduate from this school. It was 2 black people, all white people, and I'm just here like, this is for the culture shit. Like, getting called a nigga, and trying to get as a kid going through this with older white people, and you find a way, you graduate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I flip the graduation, graduate.
All comes full circle.
It all comes full circle at the end of the day.
That's like, how you started with the graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just been graduating through everything. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, fuck a million followers. I need 1 million pounds following me. Like, fuck the followers. I need 1 million pounds. Because at the end of the day, like, when you clock out, you clock out. But when you
I'm cool.
When you could do you, live life. and just
Cam, you gonna finish it, man. This nigga that came through with those
you know
bitch
what I mean? Like
I ain't seen that since I was a kid. This nigga crazy.
It hits different, man, and that's just.
And
like,
we low key like lost our storage back in the day, so we lost all our pictures and shit. So I ain't got none of that type of shit. So that's crazy. I'm gonna call my people and show them.
Man, just like like that's what I said, man. Like my mom, she was just one of those real ones, man, and like just like how she went out to me, it was just like.
That's just wild though, cause I was on the phone with my mom and she was trying to say the day he passed away, wasn't it the 4th or? When I was like, damn, I'm trying to figure it out, and I went to my phone and it was the 8th. So for you to bring that
confirmation,
I'm finna put that up somewhere.
Confirmation. I said I had that like a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. But how I presented it, I know. Yeah. I'm
so glad I didn't ask for this box earlier.
You hear me?
Son told me don't even ask for that.
When you came back, I said don't even do it.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, don't even do it because it ain't what it is.
Yeah, that was wild.
You know what I'm saying?
This
so that's for that moment. That's what I'm saying.
You tricky, man.
So when we look back, I know how to make moves too. You know,
you tricky, man.
But moves like that is like
you tricky.
What we doing it for? You know what I'm saying? So now that box right there, you don't know how your life is about to move after this moment. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully in a positive direction, of course. Yeah, sure. Different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like even for your family. That's what I'm saying. Not just for you, but your family.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the pictures in their rightful hands. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
That's why when the fire happened, like your pops went to Palisades High School, Pacific Palisades, and I didn't know that.
Think about that, he did.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was just like, so to have a different level of sympathy out of nowhere, it's like if Big Ten was still here, he would have been front line over there.
For sure.
So it's just one of those things. And once again, that's why when you just come with the never not working, it just makes sense. Yeah. We've been doing this since kids, just always working, going on missions with bikes. I lived with y'all. Like, I lived in Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lived everywhere.
Man, I just tell nigga, we used to hop on the motherfucking on one nigga on the bike in the green line. We all come back with a bike. It was magic. Don't ask me.
We had, you talking about GTA. We had helicopters in Long. Me and my brother set off the construction site over there by what's the pink apartments? Yeah,
we used to just go over there and do construction, and when they done, they just leave all the shit there. Nigga, we go over there, turn the crane on. Ooh, we over there moving shit around.
Smoke shit.
Yeah, but
everywhere.
It was in the daytime when we did it. In the daytime. When he tried to go back at night, they got sensors and shit that turn on, and he set that motherfucker off playing.
Yeah, man. Hopping through people's gates. That's what I'm saying. Our attention is like, we just trying to take a shortcut to school, but we going through gates, so that requires hopping fences. And the white people leaving their garages open. They got the refrigerators. That's when we first discovered, like, it's a refrigerator outside the kitchen with sodas.
Oh, y'all living like that?
Just load up.
Oh, y'all living like that? Oh, y'all got a deep freezer outside of the house?
Hey, say now.
Just extra.
Especially then they got bikes.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, okay, when the homie ain't got a bike, hey, I'm like, okay, we hopped the gate.
There's one right here in this garage.
Right here. It was so, man, we lived there, man. And that's why I said, like, when people say, man, you ain't. When I went into the valley and I met I got my wife, I got some good people out there. I just I did so much out there. It's like it's down the street. Like, so when people, you a valley boy. I was coming back telling people in the hood it's thick white bitches, and people calling me crazy. I said it's a Persian bitch. That's when they was getting nose jobs. They come to high school with nose jobs. Like, I seen it all.
They already had money.
I seen it all, so it was like I used to come back to the hood and just be like, man, it's different out there. They used to clown me like, man, we ain't no white bitches. And I'm like, okay. Time tells. Everybody out there. Everybody trying to.
Hey, so if somebody,
then, they loving it now, they getting recognized for, everybody want to be out here, but if
somebody want to get at you on the graduate tip, how they tap in?
Man, just at graduate,
How you spell that? GRADUWEIGHT. That part.
So,
if somebody might want to get at you on a private security tip, how they tap in with you?
Man, they probably can't afford it.
Don't even tap in.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. You know what I mean? It's like that on purpose.
That part. That
because anytime I've been with clients with real duffel bags.
Well,
you can't throw $100K in front of me to a stripper and walk out and not think about it, and I'm only getting this. It don't make sense no more.
That part.
So you can't. So the average person
don't even call.
You can't afford me, but you can still call. Life space protection because I got a great team and
might be able to subcontract somebody else.
And that's what it's about. My team is strong.
The life space mean when I'm in your space, your life is good, huh?
That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like. So, but yeah, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you.
My first podcast ever, might be my last, but I enjoy myself.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, man. You came in there with the good, you got the backstories for sure. Give them one backstory about Pops that you can remember. Oh, you didn't got too deep on me.
You know what I mean? Because it was a moment when we was inside the house. I mean, y'all had the light blue walls. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think it was that moment with the belt. You know what I'm saying? Because like once again, like I'm not raised on this. Like you ain't about to hit me, Big Tim, but I know you can, and that's the fucked up part about it. My mom was all for it. So. But he said some words, and it's to me like certain words I may not be able to remember, but that look in his face and feeling that belt, it did something to me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and, he was on that. Hey y'all, here go the belt right here.
Yeah,
touch this right here. But he
told us why, and it was like a deep meaning with it, and it was just like, okay, I'm not. So sometimes I'm one time, you got me. After that, I don't give a fuck who it is. Brown with Obama. Oh, this nigga Hollywood bougie. That's me though.
I remember when my pops passed and mom tried to come with that little paddle with the holes in it. She would Paul, and it broke on you. I was like, man, I appreciate you, my nigga.
Aerodynamic type shit.
We need to get that paddle the fuck up. She was fucking me over with that paddle.
Hey, I remember when Miss Brown had me under her desk. Bro, that's what I said, man. In elementary, man. Shout out Miss Brown, R.I.P. R.I.P. Miss Cooper, the principal.
That nigga remember.
She whipped my ass and put me under her desk. I'm like,
yeah. Back in the day, you used to be able to get a
This is crazy.
They used to hit them knuckles.
And my dumb ass, I'm under the desk. I'm all up under her dress. That's how sick I was as a kid. At this point, I'm under her dress like,
fuck it, I'm here.
Fuck it, I'm here. Then I'm trying to look at the homie. We was so burnt out, but the classic was when my brother I was young, so I wasn't in school yet, and I remember my mom got that phone call and she was like, I gotta come up here for your fucking brother again. I'm just like, come on. She was already mad. It was down the street. That's what I'm saying. It was down the street, but not having a car, it hit different sometimes. You gotta walk and it's hot. I got a baby with me. And I remember just she pulled him out of class. We went to that bathroom. It's one of them open bathrooms with all piss stalls and like 2 porta potties type shit. She let him have it. And you just heard him screaming, and I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, when we leave out of here, you know how them hallways was. Yeah. Doors open. I see one teacher close the door. I'm walking. I'm just looking in the classrooms now. You see everybody just staring. People laughing.
Who mama is that?
Woo! We get back to his class. They come in. They lighten him. Woo, 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 woo. He. So now my brother. He hot. What y'all laughing? My mom's still in here.
Yeah, he ready to do the demo
so
live.
Then this how crazy my mom is. So now it's like, okay, now y'all antagonizing him. She start banging on the whole class like,
y'all leave my son the fuck alone.
I'm just like, this is crazy.
What's going on here?
What's going on? So just those type of moments is like, but I know we got a lot, but another one was with your mom, Auntie Bev. We was in the car. Once again, I forgot. But it was either Martin Luther King Day or birthday. That's why I said I know your family is different, right? Like this shit, you can't do everything around your family. So I'm up here joking about some Martin Luther King shit, and his mom cut this shit off and was like, "What you know about Martin Luther King?" Like got off on me, and I'm just like, what you know about I Had a Dream? And I was just like, I heard it in school. Like, you don't know shit. Like, then she got off on me, and then she started educating on me. And so when I went out to Tennessee to a HBC, it hit different. You know what I mean? Like, those little moments, it shaped me. How many years later at an all-black college? Right. You know, I was the kid. I'm in the president's office, R.I.P. Mr. McClure. He gave me a backstory about where I was from. He was like, yeah, boy, I know a lot of people, especially old people out there. He gave me my whole rundown. Yeah. So I used to be in there just politicking with him, just everything that you wasn't going to do as a student, I was doing it. But I always been like that. You know, my mom was a janitor. My great grandfather, he was a janitor, building, groundskeeper, mate, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so
always had the keys.
I wasn't going to go nowhere else disrespecting those people nowhere. Yeah, you know. So I was just always good with people and just vibing with people and just and just understanding like it's a lot of good people out here, regardless of what you got or what you pushing. Because I done pushed every car. I done worked with a lot of people that pushed every car. And there's some sleazeball people out here that just don't care about nothing, So to be able to really fuck with people just on a U level, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said like everything is cool. I'm glad it worked for people, but like everybody like literally is different, and sure. But
you got a question you want to ask Cam or you want to ask me before you get up out of here?
Man, let me see. Man, you play me that music at 24.
Oh yeah,
and that's
I got a new project about to drop.
And that's the shit that like, and he know like I fuck with, like I said, like even though like I'm not about to lie to him just to this shit hard or this my shit, this going. He probably forget. I remember he had this viral song that he probably didn't know at the time because he was dealing with management. He was dealing with a lot of shit. Like but a person like me that really follow his career and want to see him do great things and because I'm a part of a lot of things that I was like, man, this fits him, I said, bro, sometimes it ain't gotta be your voice on the song, because that song, I saw Uber commercials, I saw it in Lyft commercials, I saw it on MTA, I just saw it somewhere else, and like I learned through the way, like sometimes it can't just be you, you know what I'm saying? Like if you got a good product. Sometimes you just can't be the face.
You talking about that designated driver? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying like, but you was working it as if you was trying to get there. But I was saying like,
well, I was really using it though.
No. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm way early in the game though. People wasn't really up on it, especially in the ghetto.
Yeah, it was something that was like it's just the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of them things. Now when you look back, you like. Man, that shit still could have been at this point. It's spinning in movies and like all type of shit now, and that's just my product. You know what I'm saying?
It was still like a song to say people that don't drink and drive. At the end of the day, that's what it was about.
That's what I'm saying. It's like remember was that the Temptations or Fire Heartbeats? When they had the product and also they had the white people on it singing they shit.
Which one was?
Oh, that was the Fire Heartbeats. Yeah, when they did the album cover. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like fuck that.
They're like, bro, what the? Yeah, I don't know.
The Four Horsemen or something. Yeah.
I feel like
chew it up. But that was an early example of like.
I feel like I could write for somebody, but like if I wrote a song for me and you like, oh, I like this, I want to use it. And it's like, but that's for me though. Like, let me write one for you. Don't just dig in my shit and take one of my shit. But
no, but
that's how the game is.
But that's what I'm saying. Just the advancement of things.
I skipped a gang of those type of things. I ain't gonna lie. From some good people. Maybe I should double back, try it again.
It's never too late. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I don't know. I'm still like a burnt out rapper in a certain sense. Because when people ask me certain shit, you just be like, nigga, what you mean? Can you do this?
And I learned this from you. You was like. Because I like your movie so much, you was like, maybe...
you talking about the DVD.
Maybe it's not good for you to come hear my shit as a fan because it's like, I want you to hear it when it drop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to hear it and then when it drop, I'm already like, I already know everything. So as a fan, I love when it drop and I'm just sitting back like, either this is a go... Like I'm gonna lose probably 40 to 50 pounds, like based on what I heard. Just if I could just run those back, my cardio sessions, crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another thing. I realized a lot of people be working out to the shit. I just learned that recently.
You gotta just, appreciate the lanes and what you can do.
This is my workout thing, yeah.
Yeah, but some people don't push it like that sometimes. They keep it pushing the same way. But if it's your shit, it's your shit.
Yeah, no, I'm fit to drop though. I'm just trying to get the mix and master it ever. The songs is done, everything is set. I just need to. I'm trying to get the tones and shit. So when you play it play like at the radio. Since you don't got to turn it down. You know, you could put some shit in. You got to turn it all the way live.
Yeah, I heard it. Trust me. Damn the static. I heard it.
Yeah. So
word for word. You know. So I know when you fine tune it.
Yeah, you got to go through there one more good time. And
you know what I'm saying?
So, you know what I'm talking about.
But for both of y'all, man, shout out to both of y'all, man. The WB Morning Show, man. I tapped in before I came in and did my little research, and you know, I like Cam. You know, like you said, cool. It fits him. Who gave you that name? Did you give it to yourself?
Nah, man. I want to say people just gave it to me. People just kept saying, "Oh, you cool, you're cool ass, this and this and that," and it just kind of stuck, you know.
As it should be. See, that's what I'm saying.
All right,
like,
so look, also he used to be a rapper too. So at one time that was his rap name. So I think that would be.
That's where the rap name came from, though.
Oh, okay, so it came from. So
that's I never really gave myself.
Oh, maybe it was
name.
because you had to make an Instagram. When you made the Instagram name, you had to pick Cool Ass Cam to figure something out for yourself.
Yeah, I think we was like even before that, like Twitter and shit.
Got you.
Remember
MySpace.
We was
doing.
Yeah,
it's still word of mouth though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying now. Like,
it's pretty much how I got the real Young LA.
Everybody now, people nicknaming in their name. That's why people come up with so many names now. It's like, dog, who are you? Like, but when somebody, but when you do something,
they be having like 5 names, and then they use acronyms to try to.
Like, I understand revamping and recreating and rebranding yourself, but it's like certain names is just like Pudge. Like even then when he called me now, it's his whole government. You hear me? But I went through my phases. Young LA, Pudge. Now it's the whole woo Junior. You know, you hear me? You see the Randolph pop up. Like it's the whole. That's why when he called me, it's like I don't know. It's different with him, man. Like I said, like.
I mean, I got people that know me from different stuff.
We might have to wrap this up because we could be sitting right here and just. We ain't even get into it, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The surface of that for.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
But shout out to y'all, man.
Appreciate you, bro. It's the part of the show. My nigga Cam gonna take him home one time, family.
Y'all can tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and the WB Morning Show. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
All right, so on the way out, I'm going to say this. I lost my pops. He lost his moms. If you still got your pops and moms, go on and show them some love and call them and say you love them, man. You hear me straight from the WB Morning Show. We out. Hello.
Waking up, sunshine beams through the blinds. Young LA and Cool Ass Cam on the grind. 10 a.m. hits, I'm tuning in for the fun. Spotify or YouTube, blowing up your mind. WB Morning Show, that's the spot. Fresh episodes every Monday, they hot. West Coast vibes, never miss a shot. Eating up the screen, they serving the plot. Look, hit that subscribe, punch that bell. New content dropping, can't you tell? Last for days, stories to swell. Morning shots, we under the spell.
Innovative.